Hello, everybody. I am LaMeel, the mogul mama of LaMeel.com. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my Everything Green Smoothie webinar. We are going to be talking about what makes a good smoothie, how to make one, the benefits of green smoothies, and then we're going to get into the everything smoothie, and I'm going to be answering all of our latest green smoothie questions that have come in through our fan page, our group, emails, etc., the website. So we're going to answer the most common 20-something plus questions. And so let's get started. Woo! I'm going to move my screen over so you guys can see building a perfect green smoothie here. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 really easy steps. And the first thing you're going to want to do is figure out what base you want to use. Okay, the most common 3 bases would be a nut milk, like an almond milk, a seed milk, something like that, or a coconut water, which happens to be my favorite. Or you can also use pure, clean, good old water. Never fails you, okay? The next ingredient that you need to have is about 1 to 2 pieces of fruit. So I always add a banana. The reason for that, especially if you're a newbie to green smoothies and the chlorophyll taste and the green grassy, I don't know what you would think of it as, but that green taste, flavor, or what have you, you're not accustomed to, that banana cuts that leafy green flavor in your smoothie. Okay, I always opt for berries, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries. I love them. You can use whatever you like. Your next thing would be to pick your greens. I love arugula. I love baby spinach. But the darker the green, the better it is for you, the more chlorophyll it has in it. And so you can use any of these shown, or anything you can find in the grocery store. Your next thing is your optional boosters. So your optional boosters are going to be things like your little almonds, okay? Almonds also make your smoothie quite smooth. And avocados. Avocados will make it very, very creamy. If you like a creamy smoothie, that banana and avocado will smooth it right on out for you. But you can also add other boosters or superfoods, as I like to call them, like ginger, flax seeds, chia seeds, cacao nibs. You can add just about anything, some spirulina, some cinnamon, whatever it is that your body is in need of at that time, whether you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, you want to add the appropriate superfood at that point. Then all you do is drop it all in the blender, blend, and enjoy. So let me talk a little bit about your blenders. If you've got a basic home blender, you've got all the equipment that you need. You don't need anything else. If you have a high-powered blender, high five to you. They're awesome. They are going to smooth out and really blend everything as smooth as possible, and it's going to make you a really quick green smoothie. I have a Vitamix, which I love. I have tried the Blend Tech, which is pretty awesome. I also have a NutriBullet, which does a pretty freaking great job, and they're a lot less expensive than a Vitamix, but you can get a Vitamix refurbished, and it's a little bit cheaper, still a couple of $100s. But if you have a home blender, I prefer the ones with the glass base. They seem to have more power to them. But even a $10 blender will make you a very nutritious and helpful helpful smoothie. So, if you are using a home blender, what you would want to do is put your base in and your greens in, blend those first, and then add everything else. That makes sure you've got a nice, smooth, well-blended smoothie. There's one other thing I wanted to tell you. with your home blender, you definitely want to use 2 cups, like I noted here, of your base. If you have a NutriBullet, a Vitamix, or any other high-powered blender, you can cut that almost in half because it liquefies whatever else you're going to put in there. And the more liquid you have, the more diluted your nutrients are, so you have to drink more, which is not a bad thing per se, but you know, if you want to get as much in as you can, you want to use less liquid. And simply blend. When you do your base and your greens in a basic blender, you want to let that run for about 60 seconds, depending on your blender, and make sure that everything, all the greens are very well blended into your base before adding everything else. So literally $10 and your ingredients and you are good to go. And you can customize these smoothies for whatever your health condition is: losing weight, gaining weight, diabetes, high cholesterol, joint pain. Your superfoods that you add to these smoothies will make all the difference in the world and totally customized for you. And you can go to my website at LaMeel.com. It's LAMEEL.com, and you can actually download a free superfood book that tells you all the different superfoods that are awesome for smoothies, what their benefits are, and adding them to your actual smoothie. Coconut oil is also awesome. I don't think I mentioned that. Now, you know how to make the smoothie. What the heck is the benefit of having a smoothie, right? It's weight loss, okay? Increasing the number of fruits and vegetables that you eat every day gives your body an opportunity to shed excess fat and water weight and build up from the toxins that are stored in your body. You're going to have so much more energy. When you start your day with a green smoothie, you're going to totally notice that you've got a massive amount of increased energy. It's going to be unbelievable. You're going to crave a lot less junk food. So when you increase the amount of healthy foods in your diet, you naturally decrease the unhealthy foods. Your body will start craving more healthy things versus the junk food. And you'll find yourself actually reaching for those fruits and vegetables and healthy sandwiches throughout the day. It improves your skin. The amount of acne may reduce when you improve your diet by drinking more green smoothies. It's worked for people in my family. As a matter of fact, not just drinking it, but just dabbing a little green smoothie right onto acne-prone areas help the kids a lot. It's also going to reduce your risk of serious diseases. Woo! I should have had some bells and whistles there because that's major. It is well known that one way of preventing cancer and heart disease is to increase the numbers of fruits and vegetables in your diet. What better way to do that than with a green smoothie? Totally reduces your risk. It also improves your digestion. Okay? You're going to totally detox when you start your day off with a green smoothie. You're going to get a full, total flush and cleanse in the morning. It's going to move everything right on out and get you up and moving and feeling a lot lighter as the day progresses. Now, if you're trying to gain weight, which was my issue for a while, if you're trying to gain weight, it's much easier to add some filling greens and some superfoods that have really good fats for you into your smoothie. Your mental clarity is going to be off the chain. Junk food, especially processed white flour and sugar, can clog your mind and makes your brain feel cloudy. Drinking smoothies will clear. So drinking a green smoothie will clear your mind and free up your creativity really, really easily and very, very effectively. You'll be surprised. It's worth trying. It also lessens wrinkles. Woohoo! The increased fluids and the power of natural foods, especially those added superfoods in your diet, will hydrate your skin, thereby reducing the wrinkles, making you look younger and sexier. You're going to do a lot less snacking, which is also attributing to if you're trying to lose weight, okay? A filling green smoothie normally contains the right amount of calories that you need for one healthy meal. So when you take in a full green smoothie full of superfoods, you're usually very full. You're not going to need to reach for a snack. And if you do, just make sure that it's a healthy snack. But that will reduce over time. It also is going to reduce other health complaints. Whether your health complaints are from you suffering from a diet, can be dramatic, and there could be dramatic and very severe symptoms. If you try the green smoothie for a day or for a week, you're going to notice benefits in your health. If you have aches and pains, joint issues, things like that, a green smoothie after a week will change your life. I promise you. I have a wonderful program that runs for 3 days. You actually get a total of 9 days, but even in that little of time, you'll notice a major increase in how you feel and how you look. It's also going to improve your immunity to colds, flus, and other bugs so that you're going to generally feel amazing. Once you have this in your system, this is an awesome time to start. If you're listening to this live, or if you are listening to this in the spring or summer, or even the fall, it's going to reduce, even if you give it to the kids, because it's really great for the kids. My kids fight over it. You will definitely improve their immunity to colds and flus going back to school and through the winter. Woo! And those are just some of the benefits. There's a lot more benefit to taking in the green smoothies on a daily basis, especially depending on the amount that you take in, than I've listed here. But these are the most common benefits that most people experience when they're on it, okay? Now, here are some of the results. So this is before, and I put the number of days that they were on here on the smooth green smoothie cleanse for some of them. Like this one, this person was on for 9 days. I think she did a total of 10 days. She did a total of 10 days. And the one spinning here did a total of 10 days. And she did 2 bouts of 10 days. Okay, so you can definitely get results, truly, in a short period of time. So now, when I said this is everything green smoothie, that's because I am answering all the big, questions here that I get most often in my on my fan page, in my group. I get inboxed in the group, and we get emails from people that are interested in the class. So these are the people who have questions. If you've got questions, we've got answers. And if we don't know the answers, trust and believe me, I will find the answer for you. But what I want to do is answer some of the most common questions. I want to get some of the preconceived ideas out of the way. I want to give you some base knowledge to encourage you to start on a green smoothie journey, period. Whether it is adding it to your current diet, whether it is doing a complete and total cleanse, whether it is just taking a little sip at a time, I want to encourage you to do that. And there are some pre-made smoothies out there that are very tasty, but they're not as healthy as if you were to make it yourself. And as you can see in 4 simple steps, boom, you've blended it, you've got it, it's fresh, it's yours, it's customized, and depending on what your health needs are, it has exactly what you need in it, which is all the more reason. And you can also get into, if you're not a sweet fanatic, you can get into savory smoothies, which is something I go over in my class. We call them, green soups or savory smoothie. And so if you kind of like more of a savory flavor, you can do that too. And it can still be very, very tasty and very, very filling. So, question number 1, here we go. What type of blender do you use? Well, as I said, I use a combination. I use house blenders that have the glass base. They're usually, if they've got a glass base, their motor's a little bit stronger too. I also use a NutriBullet, which is not that expensive, and I have a Vitamix. But you can use a regular blender. A magic bullet will even work, but you will burn a magic bullet motor out if you're doing it on a daily basis for a long period of time. They're not as powerful as the NutriBullet. The Blend Tech is amazing. A lot of people totally love it, and you know, they think it's the best thing since sliced bread. So you can start with a basic blender, which is most important. Next question, how many servings do your recipes make? Now, my recipes make about 4 to 5 cups, which is about 32 to 40 ounces. You want to drink at least 2 cups at a time. So 2 cups in the morning, 2 cups in the afternoon. 2 cups is about 16 ounces, so you have 32 ounces of smoothie in a day. That is ideal when you're trying to get to your optimum health level, okay? When you're trying to upgrade your health to where you want it to be, starting with about 32 ounces a day would be ideal. Do I have to follow the recipe exactly, or can I switch out the ingredients, switch out an ingredient or two? You can switch out all the ingredients, which is what I showed you. You can change out your base, you can change out your fruits, you can change out your greens, you can change out all of your superfoods, right? You can do it all. And I've got an amazing superfood guide that you can download for free from my website, LaMeel.com, and it tells you all the benefits, and all of them can be added into your smoothie quite easily. Next, can I store my green smoothie in the fridge? Of course you can. Some people say that you have to drink it right away. To get the optimum nutrients from each blend, you want to drink it as soon as possible. But if you leave it in the fridge overnight for even up to 3 days, the taste and the satisfaction are still there. Okay, you can also actually add a small amount of lemon juice to preserve your smoothie if you need to keep it in the refrigerator for a few days. Sometimes circumstances just doesn't allow for you to make it fresh daily, so that will definitely help you. Next question. What are chia seeds and where can I get them? I talk about them a lot. I totally love them. I sprinkle them on food. I sprinkle them on yogurt. I put them in my juice sometimes, and I put them in my smoothies. You can actually, there's a difference between the black chia and the white chia. You can buy them at your health food store. Right now, they're really easy to get. I even believe there's a direct sales company that is designed strictly around this product, and they sell this product. Yeah, you can even order them online. So they are easy to get now. Let's see, what is the next question? Do you have a good recipe for weight loss? I do. If you want to burn fat and you want to include plant-based smoothie ingredients, that are going to jumpstart your digestion, burn excess fat, reduce and repel bad cholesterol, provide energy for your cardiovascular system. You want it to detox and hydrate your body. You want to promote healthy bowel movements and, increase your appetite so that you can eat better foods and kind of deter you from processed foods and sugars. So in our program, we do have some very special weight loss smoothie recipes that that I totally recommend and have used. Okay. What did that say? Does adding leafy greens make the smoothie taste bitter or weird? As long as you follow the 60-40 rule, when you start off, which is 60% fruits and 40% leafy greens, you should not be able to taste the green veggies in your smoothie. If you can, you simply add that banana, a whole banana, like I recommended when we were going over the recipe, the basic smoothie. Fruit naturally makes the taste, and bananas are perfect natural sweetener for any green smoothie, packed with like spinach or kale But you can definitely decrease the taste of the greens with the fruit when you first start off. Once you become accustomed to the smoothie, excuse me, once you become accustomed to the smoothie, you're going to want less of a sweet smoothie and more of a savory green smoothie, because your body's going to be craving it. So how do I make my smoothie smooth without the leafy chunks? It depends. If you're using a Blendtec or a Vitamix, you're going to always get a perfect smoothie. Even if you're using a NutriBullet, you're going to get a pretty perfect smoothie. So my best tip though is that if you are using a regular blender, if you blend your greens and liquids first, okay, until they are very, very chopped up and macerated, okay, so either like your coconut water, your water, and your greens until it's a juice-like consistency, then you should be able to achieve that in about 30 seconds, 60 seconds, maybe, depending on the power of your blender. You know, I've seen some people have to blend for about 1.5 minutes before them. But once your greens are all liquefied, then add your other ingredients and your smoothie should be a lot smoother, as well as that avocado will help to smooth it out a little bit as well. I've got a sweet tooth. Can I add a sweetener to my green smoothies? Absolutely. I recommend that you use soaked dates or agave, organic, raw agave, all of which you can get from the health food store. Dates, you can even get some organic dates at Walmart. So not tough to find. Now I'm going to type budget. How can I get inexpensive produce? Okay, so if you are new to eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, your grocery bill may be a little shocking. And with the extra fresh and frozen produce over time, you're going to eliminate some of your processed foods. So it will definitely balance out, and you will feel a slight increase at first. The best thing I can say is that if you shop at discount stores initially, even a Walmart and Aldi, I don't know of another one, but that's what's in my area, and you get your fruits frozen to start with, that will decrease it. A lot of times when I go in, I've actually found at my local grocery store that the organic arugula, baby spinach, mixed greens are actually cheaper than a bag that's just a little bit bigger of a non-organic. So you've got to kind of put on your investigative hat and go in there and take note. How much is this? How much is that? Especially if you're on a budget. I don't know if coupons necessarily work unless you have coupons where it's like, oh, you can, my store gives like $5 off your next purchase. You know, I buy a lot of produce, a lot of groceries, period. So sometimes I get $5 or $10 off my next purchase in whole. Doesn't matter what I buy. And so those are the best types of coupons. Sometimes if you talk to your produce manager, they may give you a really good deal on buying a case of fruit like bananas or whatever your major base is. If you buy it that way, you can get a good price. And if you split that with someone else, you definitely save a lot of money. And then what happens is to not let that go bad, you need to freeze it. So you bought it fresh, but you're going to need to freeze some of that to make sure that it lasts. Some other tips I wrote down for you guys is that if you make a shopping list, so if you're making a weekly meal plan that covers everything and then you make your list from there, which is how I have to shop most of the time, that helps because then you're not in there picking up random stuff just because you see it. If you buy seasonal fruits and vegetables, that will help because those are typically cheaper than those things that are not in season. If you purchase bulk, like I said, and freeze some of them for future smoothies, that helps to cut the bill down. If you buy out of season fruits from like Costco or Sam's Club, they sell large bags of organic frozen fruit at really great prices. And if your freezer can accommodate bags, I would do that. If you can go online and Craigslist Recycle for a good freezer for the garage or the deck or wherever, I would do that too. And you can also buy from local fruit stands. We have a few farmers that come into our neighborhood once a week. And so you're able to buy some of the most delicious. I mean, I don't even really do peaches, but oh my goodness, when they come from the fresh farmers that are, right here in my area, they're amazing, amazing, amazing. And so that actually helps save a little bit of money. Especially if you talk to them and tell them what you're trying to do, they may even be willing to work with you. Okay, next question. I am allergic to bananas or pineapples or mangoes or whatever. What can I substitute them with? If you've got an allergy or aversion to some fruits, simply swap it out with a fruit that you love and adore. If you can't eat bananas, switch and use more mangoes or peaches or papayas or pears or apples or avocado, which makes it like nice and creamy, which I know I've said like 100 times now, but just do a swap out. It's no big deal. Go, next question. There you go. You can see it all now. I make my green smoothies with a lot of sweet fruit and even dates, raisins, figs, prunes, etc. Wow. I'm worried that I consume too many sweets. Should I use less? Okay, well, most people are not really accustomed to the taste of chlorophyll and simply will not drink it. So if it will make, I'm sorry, they just won't drink it. Because it tastes too green to them. So I think it's very important to prepare the smoothie so that it's delicious and that everyone looks forward to them. So, you make it so it tastes good to you. And again, over time, your sweet tooth will subside. If you're doing a lot of sweet in your smoothie, it may take a little bit longer, but just keep taking them in, and over time you'll notice that you'll kind of lean back, off of the dates and the raisins and the figs and the prunes, and they'll start to taste better to you as your body chemistry changes. Okay. What are the health benefits of green smoothies? Well, we kind of went over that, like 2 or 3 pages of that, right? So the molecule of chlorophyll closely resembles the molecule of human blood, okay? And this is according to the teachings of Dr. Ann Wigmore. If you're not familiar with her, she established the whole concept of why we eat greens and wheatgrass and how it's good for you and all the people that she's healed with that. Okay, so consuming chlorophyll is like receiving a very healthy blood transfusion. Many people do not consume enough greens, even those who are on a raw diet. So by drinking 2 to 3 cups of green smoothie daily, you're going to consume enough greens for the daily nourishment of your body. And all the benefits of the nutrients are going to be really well assimilated because it's already in liquid form. Not to mention, all of the other slides of benefits that I mentioned before. Okay. Do I have to make fresh smoothies several times a day? No. I think we went over this a little bit too. Smoothies can stay in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 days. They are best if they're fresh and consumed as soon as they are room temperature. It's better to drink them room temperature than ice cold. And if you've got to keep them for 2 or 3 days, adding a little bit of lemon juice is going to help to preserve them. How much green smoothie do you recommend that I drink daily? So my recommendations are similar to that of Victoria Butenko. If you're not familiar with her, I would definitely say to Google her, buy her book. She did all the research on green smoothies and why we should consume greens, why they're healthy for us, how much the body typically needs for the average person. But in the beginning, people tend to drink more smoothies, sometimes up to 2 gallons a day, depending on how acid their body's pH is. After several months, the quantity usually goes down to about 1 to 2 quarts a day. That is Victoria Butenko's recommendation. If you do the 36 ounces a day, which is what I personally recommend for people getting started, you are going to be well in the clear of that. I'm going to move my screen over a little bit so you can see this question completely. I have been on raw food for 8 years and I feel that my body is very clean. Why do I feel nauseous from drinking wheatgrass juice? Now, this is everything green smoothie. Wheatgrass juice is not a green smoothie. But I thought it was important because a lot of people are like, oh, we want to take in greens. I'm going to add a little wheatgrass. Some people try to add a wheatgrass shot to their smoothies. And all of those people, before you start doing that, you need to have been on green smoothies for a while. Okay? And if you are really into wanting to know about your pH, body pH level, Victoria Butenko's book is really great for that as well. Basically, your body can build up acids. Okay, and every green has a little bit of a little poison in it. Okay, it's naturally in there. It's in every single plant because that way it doesn't allow for them to be eaten out of extinction. Okay, you will eat so much of it to where you get sick. Your body's totally rejecting it, which means you're going to move on to something else and you're not going to eat it out of extinction, which is why when you're on a green smoothie cleanse, we tell you rotate your greens because then you never end up with too much of any of these plants' little poisons. Even whatever it is that you put in your salad, they all have it. It's nothing special. You're not going to die from a green smoothie or be poisoned. But so it's the same way with this wheatgrass juice. A lot of times, if you've been taking wheatgrass every single day, you have built up the poison of wheatgrass in your system and your body's rejecting it. If you take a break for a week or two and come back to it, your body will accept it. You just can't take in too much of any one thing at any given time. Okay, and wheatgrass juice is not really made to be consumed daily unless you are on some type of very special cleanse. I can't see this one. It says, do you think it is beneficial or helpful to add fat to raw smoothies? I don't eat salads, so instead I just add a little fat, a couple of tablespoons of flax seeds or avocado occasionally. I will have a whole one if I'm feeling really decadent. Okay, again, if you go back to earlier slides, avocado is perfectly fine. It's your customizing options. You can add the avocado, especially if you're trying to gain weight. You can, or if you want to just feel a little bit fuller and make it a little bit heavier, it's perfectly fine. Okay, especially if you're not eating salads. Flax seeds are fabulous, like the chia seeds and all those other things. So yes, it is perfectly okay. You're not doing any type of cheat anything. Okay, so do you think it is better to use powdered greens in green smoothies as opposed to fresh greens? Okay, so I believe that it is best to consume fresh green smoothies whenever possible and save the powder versions for when fresh greens are not available, which on occasion, for people, depending on your lifestyle, they may not be. So like when you're traveling and things like that, I think that's the best time to accommodate something that's not fresh. How much greens does one really need? I generally consume a head of lettuce. Do you think this is enough? One needs fewer greens in the form of green smoothie than in the form of a salad because the blended greens assimilate several times more thoroughly than chewed greens. That being said, again, if you're doing about 36 ounces of green smoothie, you're not just getting greens, you're getting other amazing ingredients as well. And I do think that's enough. I don't think you need to juice or try to blend a whole head of lettuce. I think you need to stick to the basic looseness of the recipes and get your body accustomed to the greens and then feed it what it needs. This is my last question. What is the best way to pack some iron into your green smoothie? The best way to pack some iron into your green smoothie is with the dark leafy greens. The top 5 things that you can add to your smoothie to increase your iron if you are anemic. I was borderline anemic for a long time. Number 1 would be parsley. 2 are dandelion greens, kale, then spinach, and then raw cacao, which is a dynamic superfood and would do wonders for your iron intake within your smoothie. And if you just put a few in at a time, as far as the cacao, you're not going to taste the chocolateness of the cacao. So it's going to be great. Woo! And now that I've jam-packed over 20 questions here into everything green smoothie again, I want to say to you that if I did not answer a question, if a question has come up, please use the link below to email me. You can email me at lameelinc@gmail.com. I'd be more than happy to answer your questions or get the answers to questions we may not have because I think it's really important. This is critical for your health, for upgrading your health. And we would love everyone to go on the green smoothie journey. That being said, I have a wonderful green smoothie 3-day challenge. It's a 3-day guided smoothie challenge. And so what that really means is that I'm with you and my staff is with you every step of the way and every day. So you're not only going to get like 3 days of actually being on green smoothies, you are also going to get 3 days of prep into before going on the green smoothies. You have us for 3 days during the time that you're on the green smoothies, and then 3 days afterwards to transition and decide where do you go from here, how did it benefit you, and so that you really get the most customized experience possible. You're going to get your shopping guides, recipe books, you're going to get journals, you're going to get absolutely everything that you need. And little man has joined the webinar. So again, there's 3 days of your guided preparation, and that's when we get you all of your workbooks and things that you need, okay? There's 3 days of guided smoothies. There's 3 days of post-smoothie cleanse support. You get handbooks of guidelines, smoothie recipes, and journals that kind of ask you questions and prompt you to get writing and figure out, what's going on with your body and what you might need. You're going to get recipes to follow to encourage even the smoothie newbie to begin and carry on with the green smoothie way. You get daily emails to keep you excited and on track throughout the challenge. You get to join our private Facebook group where you can share and get recipes from other people who are also on this journey with you. You're also going to get some outlines of alternative detox structures in case 3 days exclusive green smoothie drinking doesn't fit into your life right now. And trust me, it doesn't fit into a lot of people's lives. Our basic structure is kind of a smoothie and a snack, okay? So you can definitely do this. This is not brain surgery, okay? This is not a marathon. You can do this without a doubt. I am here to help you. The program itself is only $15, and you can do this program as many times as you would like and as you need. So we definitely recommend when you first start that you go through the process we take you through. Pre-cleanse, the smoothies, post-cleanse, and then you pre-cleanse again if you need to, if you want to keep going. We also have other supportive programs that you can transition into. But this program, the most important thing about it and why it's different from other smoothie programs, there's a million programs out there that are totally free that you can simply sign up for, get all the emails, and do what they tell you to do. But when you have questions, when you hit a snag, when you're not feeling motivated, who's there? No one's there because it's totally automated. Our system is semi-automated, but you're going to get webinars included in your program. You're going to get Q&As included in your program. You're going to get downloadable audios and more Q&A information in your program. You get not just me, but my whole staff is there to answer questions. When you email us to a non-public email that only clients use so that you can get your answers, your questions and answered, and the answers that are customized to you and not something very general along the way. So if you're interested, you can use the link below, click it. It's going to take you to the smoothie page, outline what you're going to get, click yes, and yay, we'll see you there. We would love to have you there. And the program is designed that if you hit a snag and have to restart, we're still there for you. You can do this program over and over again until you've mastered it and done what it is that you want to do and reached your goals. We're going to be there for you. Thank you so much for being a part of this Everything Green Smoothie webinar. I look forward to working with you on your 3-day Green Smoothie Challenge.